he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Terry, you make me happy. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, y'all. I am Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
I'm Terry, deuced up. How's it going, brother? How's it going?
Deuced up and juiced up, huh? Looks like you ready to go for this pod, man. Bring it to energy.
Let's do it, man. There's been 3 finals games since we did the last pod, bro. We had to watch them all. And
you dressed up in your finest backwards hat and thrift store t-shirt to celebrate.
It's the same joint. Cubbies, baby, for life.
It's all right. Not all of us can support Black Power. Try to make a statement and influence things, make a change.
Juneteenth isn't for another couple days. You being all early, your white ass.
You mean absentee Father's Day?
Something like that.
It falls on the same day this year. But you know what, Terry? Fathers ain't going to be the only folks absent on Sunday. All right. Steph Curry was absent last night in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. He took 22 shots to score 16 points in the game. It was the first time in 233 games in a row that Steph Curry has not hit a three-pointer. The Warriors as a team were not much better, Terry. They missed 31 of their 40 attempts from beyond the three-point line, and yet they still grinded out a 15-point victory in Oakland, or San Francisco, rather. What were your takeaways from Game 5, bro?
Oh, Game 5? So they won by 10. Garbage time. Celtics beat the Warriors in the last 2 minutes or whatever the fuck. But it just goes to show you, man. It looks like the Warriors actually have a complete squad. I mean, we talked about it before. They got a decent bench. Your boy Wiggins stepped up. Klay Thompson's been pretty consistent the last couple of games, but I'm surprised that they could get away with Steph playing almost dog shit. I mean, he had some good assists. He didn't really, make any boneheaded passes for a majority of the game, which he loves doing. I just didn't see this coming. We never saw the game.
He didn't throw any of those over the head, no look parabola passes that he threw at Game 4. That was for sure. He was a lot more crisp with the facilitating, but he had to be. Because he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean, man.
Yeah.
He looked very frustrated out there. And I turned to T through the first quarter, my girlfriend, that is. Yeah. And I was like, if Steph plays like this all game, I was like, the rest of the team are going to have to carry him. I was like, these guys got to step up and let Steph just contribute in big moments. And that's what they ended up doing. Draymond Green had his best game of the NBA Finals. He was active defensively from the opening minute.
Yep.
He was active from the opening whistle. And even after the whistle was blown. You remember when he was guarding Tatum for 15 seconds after the play ended so that he couldn't get off that rhythm shot to get his rhythm back?
I love it.
It's like the modern-day KG. Nah, I'm not going to sit underneath the basket and tip it out. I'm going to deny it 30 seconds into the timeout. I just love the defensive intensity by your boy.
I loved it. I mean, but he was due. He was due for something because he played pretty bad. I guess for the first 4 games, everybody said he played great in Game 2 and all that. He was okay. It's just a lot of barking and shit. But this game, he gave me some good facilitating, good passes to the guys that don't normally make a lot of shots, like Gary Payton. He gave him a nice little layup, on the fast break. I saw that. Draymond did his thing. Defensively, he's okay. I mean, it still seems like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum kind of don't fear him in a way that he thinks he's the best defender in the world type of shit. I don't think they really fear him that well. I will say the biggest thing from this game is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need to learn how to dribble with their left fucking hand. They need to learn how to drive with their left hand because especially Jaylen Brown. My God. This dude acts like the ball has butter on it when he goes to the left. Every time he goes left, it's a lost ball. I swear. I don't understand it. I've seen him do nice lefty layups, but he can't dribble with his left. What the hell is going on?
You said Jaylen Brown doesn't fear Draymond at all, but maybe he should because you see how aggressively Draymond is forcing him to his left hand. Yep. At one point, he was all the way on his right shoulder, and he was pushing him underneath the hoop. And Jaylen Brown is in nowhere to go, falling out of bounds, and throws away a pass for pick 6 going the other way. All just because he got forced to his left hand and had no idea where to go. And that's where the game plan starts for the Celtics. But Draymond, before I get into how great he was defensively, you mentioned it. Offensively, this is the first game in which he was an actual threat. You know, we saw him get benched for Kevon Looney in Game 4 during the fourth quarter for like 7 minutes. And that's when the Warriors came back in the game. Even Draymond's mom called him out on Twitter. She was like, I don't know who this boy is. It must be a clone. My son don't play like that.
Yep.
And he heard all that criticism, and he came back strong. First bucket of the game was a two-handed dunk off a fake dribble handoff. And that kind of set the tone, man. Through the first 4 games, Draymond had more fouls than points. He had 18 fouls and 17 points.
Horrible.
Last night, he responded in a big way with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 6 dimes, and a steal.
And 6 fouls. He still fouled out the game. But by the time he found out, the game was all pretty much in hand, so it wasn't that big a deal. The only thing I'll say is, like, the Celtics got to come up with some more shit besides getting Steph on Tatum or getting Steph on Jaylen Brown. They got to figure out some more, like, motion or something, at least just in that game by itself, but also with their bench kind of not really giving them much in this game, it made it tough on them. You could tell Tatum was dead dog tired at the end of the game, and you always
giving them much. Not giving them much, Terry. They scored 6 points the whole game. The Celtics bench, 6 points, bro.
That's not going to do it for you, man. Your boy, I mean, Tatum and Brown played the whole second half. They never came out. They never got subbed out. That's not a recipe for success. Tatum was only hitting threes. By the time the game was at the end, he was like, I can only just shoot a 3, bro. I can't drive. I can't hit a mid-range. Dude airballed like 3 fadeaways in a row. I'm like, this is
Jimmy Butler. He sent him the meme with your boy on the boat with the noose around his neck going, first time? This is your first time playing every minute of a game and losing by 10?
Yeah,
because I do it all the time.
I don't know. I mean, it's just some shit I couldn't foresee, man. How am I supposed to analyze a game in which, like, the Celtics dominate one game, and then the Warriors are just like, we're just, playing around, not showing our real scheme. And game fucking 5, we make them go left. It's like, how am I supposed to analyze that shit? How am I supposed to be like, they're just going to switch it up and make them do shit that they're not comfortable with doing?
That's what I was thinking, man. Like we said it early, after game 1, after game 3, it looked like the Celtics are going to roll over them. And I was like, I don't know why they're giving up all these practice shots and doubling every single time. Like they're playing against Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain out there.
Yeah.
Like, stop helping, put your best defenders on them, and let your best defenders play some fucking defense. And
try it out.
Suddenly, Al Horford is taking contested shots. Derek White has fallen so far out of rhythm that he was pump faking at ghosts. He clearly didn't want to shoot like wide open threes. Yeah. I couldn't tell if he was just lighter skinned Gary Payton II out there for a time.
I don't know. His goofy Muppet looking ass played really fucking bad though. He played really bad. He was looking like that early Derek White that just got traded to the Celtics, and we were just like, are we sure this guy was the piece? I don't know if this guy's the piece.
But that's what happens when you're not taking a steady diet of wide open jump shots that you're getting from them doubling off, and you suddenly have to create one-on-one under pressure.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like you've probably only taken 3 shots this game. You know what I mean? You're not in rhythm. Mm-hmm. You don't have your confidence. And now you're asking, your 6th best creator or whatever to go get you at the bucket at the end of the fourth quarter. And that's why we said it before, man. The Celtics can win blowouts, but can they win close games? And they've dropped a couple of ones of the close games in this finals.
Yeah. Especially if you're not going to get shit from Grant Williams. And like you were saying, though, none of these guys can create their own shots, which is kind of, game 1, like Derek White, he wasn't creating his own shots. He just literally just shot it over Steph. And he just shot it over Clay. Like, it wasn't like he was driving, shooting floaters.
Going right every time. I swear to God, if nobody blocks that dumbass spin move that he does almost every fucking time, I'm going to lose my shit, Terry. He goes right. If you overplay it, he spins back and shoots a floater. That's every fucking time, guys. Like, can we read the scouting report? But that's another segment, Terry.
No, definitely. But, like, the shit that we were talking about, every time we talk about it, the Celtics, these motherfuckers can't dribble. They need a new point guard. They actually need a point guard, someone who can dribble the ball and, like, actually facilitate the offense. Because, like we say every game, bro, They walk the shit past half court. By the time they get, in the front court, it's like 16, 17 seconds on the clock. Then they still are fucking patiently waiting to make their offensive move. It's 9, 7, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Then you're just like, oh shit, we got to start going. By that time, it's too fucking late. Y'all here walking and shit. You got to get into your action quick, man. I understand you want to kind of keep the pace at the Celtics pace, but your half-court offense is just get Steph on the ball handler and drive. Like, that's not going to continuously work every single game. They started doubling that shit. When you started going left, they doubled it. Tatum was throwing the ball away. Brown was throwing the ball away. And their magic number is 16 turnovers every single time. When they don't get 16 turnovers, they usually win. They've only lost one game where they had less than 16.
Well, Terry, the magic number for Jason Tatum has been 95 because he just set the NBA all-time record for most turnovers in a postseason with 95 already in this playoffs.
Clap it up for the newly found superstar.
There's still at least a game left for him to extend this record, 4 or 5 turnovers, Terry.
It's about to be
Personally, I'm rooting for him to make it into the 100 club.
Yeah, it's over. He's getting 100 turnovers. Because, I mean, Game 6, I don't want to preview too hard. We can still kind of keep talking about the game, but, like, I think they're probably going to win this shit, but the Warriors are showing you some toughness, some mental fortitude that Boston, I don't know, man. Steve Kerr and them are out coaching these motherfuckers. I don't know if Boston can get this Game 6, but like I said, bro, biggest takeaway for me is they got to get somebody that can dribble, bro. This shit's ridiculous. NBA players can't dribble left. They can't go left. Chris Paul, the point guard, he can't dribble left either. What are we even doing?
He can't.
That's your profession. That's your profession. You can't go left. You can't dribble left. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. It's too easy. Like, every time he goes left, turnover. Every single time, Tatum and Brown, it's a turnover.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, Draymond Green's been phenomenal as the help defender. Like, no one in the NBA is better at playing 2 guys at once on defense than he is. And he just gets right into all those lanes and helps right at the perfect moment.
Yep.
In the last 2 games, Terry, the Celtics are shooting 30%, which is 7 for 23 against Draymond Green.
Yeah, now he's doing his thing. What the hell is his wingspan? I swear to God, every time he's on a double team, I'm like, oh, he's deflecting this. He's deflecting this.
Yeah. Like, he is in the last 2 games, he has 9 deflections and 5 steals.
Yeah. I mean, dude's beasting, bro. But Tatum, bro, you're taller than Draymond. You're way taller than Steph. You can't just be throwing these silly ass passes, bro. It's ridiculous. He's been doing this the whole playoff series, man. It's another level where he needs to get better at another thing. Maybe he's not ready. Well, maybe he's too green.
And Andrew Wiggins, the person who was guarding him all night, won his one-on matchup with Jason Tatum. And he showed him, Maple Jordan, his airness himself.
Golly.
He showed up and he showed Jason Williams exactly what he needs to work on. Aggressive finishing at the rim. Going
Jason
up
Williams. Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Yeah. Going up to dunk the basketball and finishing through contact at the rim. He had so many of those. Yeah. He had 26 points, first of all, in Game 5. He added 13 rebounds.
Dominated.
He had numerous putback dunks. He had a dunk where he slammed it on Derek White's head. He had a ton of other hard takes to the rim and Antoine Jameson X leaners, layup, just weird layup package, scoops and floops and whoop-de-doops. And he got the ball in there, man. And that's something that Jason Tatum, it's like you watch just how they got their buckets. Jason Tatum is all moving away from the basket, shooting these step backs, moving farther and farther away as he struggles. Andrew Wiggins hasn't hit a 3 this finals. He's 0 for 9 still. And how does he respond when he's missing his threes? He went to the fucking cup.
Yeah. Take it to the hoop, man. That's the Andrew Wiggins game. Go ahead and mark it. That's the one, dude. Oh, yeah.
And did you hear the conspiracy theory, Terry? Did you see any of the stuff that surfaced before Game 5?
What is it? Pander.
Tweet that I sent you earlier that came out from Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, when he was 14 years old, Terry, tweeted that Jabari Parker was better than Andrew Wiggins.
That's
somebody
funny.
on the Warriors social media team went back and found it and showed it to Wiggins before the game.
Yo,
he was like, really? This guy? I'm going to show you.
That's coaching, bro. That's some good shit right there. I love that. But I don't know if they're wrong. But Wiggins played really well in this game. But no, man. All right, so let's give me a little pander. Give me a little ESPN bullshit. You know, we're gonna start off with some habitual Line Stepper Sports Network pander. If Steph Curry plays bad for the next 2 games, is he gonna get the Finals MVP? Is he a lock? Was he a lock for this Finals MVP award? Say Wiggins gets another 26, in the next 2 games, and Steph, gets around 20 or so. I don't think he's going to struggle and get 16 again. That's probably the worst game we'll ever see him play. But it's two in a row. Steph struggle. Wiggins double up. Clay maybe goes crazy. What are we doing here?
If the Warriors win this series, Steph Curry is going to win the Finals MVP.
So there's in no world it'll never.
People have too much regret over that Andre Iguodala shit. I think they learned their lesson. Steph averaged like 26, 7, and 7 that finals. Yeah. And they gave the MVP award to Iggy, who was averaging like 15 points and holding LeBron to only 39, 13, and 11.
Yeah.
The entire thing made no sense, and I think people learned their lesson, and they're not going to do that a second time.
They won't take it from him like that. That's pretty messed up. I will say, in that one alone, that's one of the only ones that I can think of where I thought that a losing player probably should have got it. Because I would never think that way.
They should have gave it to LeBron. That's what
that guy. It was a one-man team, bro. But it's so funny how the narrative changed every fucking game, bro. Because after Steph scored 43 in Game 4, they're just like, if the Warriors lose, Steph Curry can still get the Finals MVP. Then he puts up a damn 0, and you're just like, well, who's going to take it from him? This guy's playing like shit. I don't know. Yeah, he played bad, but honestly, if you just take away the threes, he played fine. Like, he just missed every single 3. Like, everything else he did on the court, he was fantastic. He even played great defense.
He played good defense. Yeah, he had a couple nice rips in traffic, too, like 2 hands. Like, give me that.
Yeah. Plus,
he showed some feistiness out there. And Terry, that's what the greatest players do. Steph Curry is not the first great player to have a bad shooting performance in the finals. But the thing that he shares with them is he found other ways to contribute to winning, and they ended up getting the W at the end of the day. Yeah, whether it was his facilitating with the 8 assists, he had a couple rebounds, he had some steals, and he was the most reliable ball handler, like, by far. There are a lot of opportunities he created, even without touching the ball, just with his relocation. And now 2 people are watching Steph Curry, and Gary Payton cuts backdoor for a dunk or a point-blank layup.
No, that's true. And your boy Jordan Poole finally showed up a little bit for them. That helped them a lot in that game, dude. That fucking bullshit bank 3 at the end of the damn, what was it, halftime or third quarter?
Third quarter, the end of the third quarter.
Oh, my God, dude. And shout out to Boston for that third quarter comeback, though, bro. Because it was 51-39 at the half, and I was like, uh-oh. Warriors come out with another third. This is done early. We can sit Steph for the whole fourth. We don't even have to worry about this narrative. They just killed him, but they made it a game. I'm glad they did because I was like, come on, bro. Y'all making me go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. Yeah. I want to keep watching basketball. But, yeah.
Well, they say it's a make-or-miss league, man. And they missed, their first 14 threes in a row. And then that third quarter that you were talking about, everything started to return to the mean. And they hit, about 6 in a row, just like they did in Game 1. And before you knew it, you're like, God damn, the lead is gone. The Celtics are back. But the Warriors, they fight and they clawed. And guys like Gary Payton, who's on a 2-way deal, is looking indispensable for the Warriors. We even saw Andre Iguodala out there for periods. I will say the one thing for the Warriors that does concern me significantly is how small they are. And we saw in one period, I think Andre Iguodala was playing center for 2 possessions. And I was like, I'm not sure. I know Steve Kerr's doing this because Draymond is about to get a 6th foul, and Kevon Looney looks like he's about to have a heart attack in the middle of the court, a la Puff Johnson. And so they're like, we got to get somebody in here for at least 4 minutes. But they better be careful with that in the next 2 games. If if Ime can adjust his rotations and stagger those joints so they can get those 2 big lineups playing against the Warriors with no bigs, that's going to be problems for Golden State.
And I think it showed its head in a couple of the games, but if Looney's playing that bad or he can't be on the court, you gotta do something, man. You gotta drive. I mean, they did foul Draymond out, but by that time, it was a little too late. They got to figure a way to kind of get. If you can't go left, you got to figure out a way to go right, man. Just go. You can't just be hesitant, man. You just fucking go, dude. Because it's like, if they're forcing their hand on you and you're giving the ball over, turnovers, like the whole fucking game, it's game 6 and it's done. And the Warriors are champions in Boston. So I'm not trying to see that. I want to see a great series. That's all I want to see. Especially on the Sunday night, even though it is going to be like Juneteenth and fucking Father's Day. But I'm watching that game. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Oh, also, they were talking about the ratings being down over the weekend. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Well, one, I could definitely tell them, I think a couple of the games were on the weekend. So it's just like the pandemic was 2 years. I mean, we out here trying to do some shit. I watched the finals when the bubble was there. I'm good. I'm trying to do shit. Like Friday night, I didn't watch a single minute of the game. And I think one of the other games was on a Sunday and I was out. So it's just like, I love basketball. I watched the game the next day, like in the morning, but the shit's at night on a Friday or Saturday.
Me too. I was out with a big group of friends having a great time. I wasn't picking Cheez-It crumbs out of my beard and frantically scribbling notes into a tablet, notes that I couldn't read later when I went to type them up for this podcast.
No, if I don't watch it, I just watch it in the morning. But yeah, don't worry
Jared,
about that.
You want to know what one of those notes were? And I can't believe this, especially considering what we just said about the Warriors being so small in this series. Do you know who leads the NBA playoffs in offensive rebounding right now?
Warriors? Or
Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
Kevon Looney.
I could see that.
Dude's 57 offensive rebounds. You know who's second? Andrew Wiggins. 51. Yep. 57 and 51 offensive rebounds. Do you know who has the most offensive rebounds for the Celtics?
Offensive rebounds, Robert Williams?
Yep, with 38.
Damn.
So the Warriors' second leading offensive rebounder has 13 more boards than the Celtics' leading offensive rebounder. And he's a small forward. That shows tenacity, grit, gang rebounding, effort, all that type of stuff. And that's what the Boston Celtics, if they get out-efforted by the Warriors again, it's straight up over.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. So you think it's done in 6? Was that your prediction, or did you say 7?
I said 6.
You said 6? Ah, man, I don't know. I mean, if your boy Ime, can't come up with some new schemes, the shit's over. But everybody kept talking about, this physicality that the Celtics have, over the Warriors. Didn't look like it yesterday. Did not look like it yesterday at all. They got bitched hard. And if your bench boys ain't going to give you nothing, Grant Williams, you got to give me something, bro. You can't give me,
he gave you 2 moving screens. I think he had a hook foul where he threw somebody to the ground.
Yep. Marcus Smart was also getting frustrated too. Grant definitely was. Tatum definitely was.
What do you think about Marcus Smart getting dropped to the ground and sliding out of bounds on his butt 12 feet like it's a slip and slide?
I don't know. Was it me, or did the court look kind of slippery?
It was you.
I don't know, but for some reason, I feel like it's Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. They just kind of do that to me sometimes. They'll drive and then they'll slip. I'm just what the hell?
It becomes more and more ridiculous calling him the defensive player of the year. Watching Steph cook him for 44 and watching him slip all over the court while Robert Williams gets 4 blocks in the first half. It's just retarded.
Do you think it's more because if he's hurt, though? He did sprain his foot in the last series.
Marcus Smart?
He sprained his foot.
He looks the same to me.
He looks there most of the game, and then every now and then you're like, oh, is he hurt? Yesterday he did the same.
It's not like he's playing bad defense. The shots that Steph made in Game 4 were all tough ass fucking shots. He's playing good defense, but there's only so much you can do when you're 6'5".
No, that's true. I mean, I know, but the thing that would give Boston a little bit of hope, and I think they've already done it in Game 3 and 4 as well, but the Robert Williams drop coverage, I think they kind of figured that out. Also on like some of the picks too. Al Horford has kind of figured it out as well. And
they're up higher. But
yeah,
that unlocks Draymond then, to be that screener and roller where he can make decisions and hit the corner or go dunk the ball.
I'll live with it.
Which now Draymond Green is an actual offensive contributor as opposed to a big pile of nothing.
I'll live with it. I mean, if Draymond, Draymond is only going to contribute to 8 points, 6 assists. That could probably lead to 30 points. Steph can give you 40 with like 6 or 7 assists. That's a lot more points. If we can get Steph to 20, if I get Steph to 20 and 6, Draymond gets his contributed to 30, I'll take it. But like we said,
can Steph get to 26? Can Draymond get to 8? That's not important, Terry. What's important is can Tatum get to 100? That's going to be the most important stat of this NBA Finals. And I'll give you another Jason Tatum stat, Terry. He's 5 for 21 in the fourth quarter of this series.
Garbage.
Mostly being guarded by Andrew Wiggins.
Oh yeah. Hey, Wiggins is a great defender. I ain't gonna lie. He's looking crazy great right now. This is ridiculous.
I have a question about Andrew Wiggins, Terry, and about the Warriors in general.
Right.
Has the Andrew Wiggins reclamation project in Golden State been successful enough to make us forget that they took James Wiseman number 2 a year ago?
Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna forget about it. I don't know. I can't forget.
If Wiggins is not contributing right now and not putting in 26, and the Warriors we're losing when Steph Curry drops 16, everyone right now would be talking about how they should have traded that Wiseman pick for another All-Star, a veteran player who could contribute on the roster. Just because Andrew Wiggins stepped his shit up, now nobody cares that they botched the number 2 pick. It could have taken LaMelo Ball or could have packaged Kuminga, Moody, and the Wiseman picks together to get another dude.
But, here's the thing, though. Who is a perfect third fiddle for them? Who's the perfect third fiddle? Wiggins, I feel like is...
I don't know. I think LaMelo Ball would have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I know I wanted him. I definitely wanted him to get on there. I definitely did, but I don't know. As someone to contribute right away. LaMelo, he's definitely really fucking good, man. But he does need the ball a lot more than Wiggins does. He's not going to get as many.
There are tons of guys. I can go all through the list another time, but they could have gotten
as good at defense as Wiggins is playing right now, and also getting offensive rebounds.
I'm saying instead of Wiseman. Not instead of Wiggins. I'm saying Wiggins is playing so good that everyone forgot that they just wasted this gigantic asset in James Wiseman. And also the other 2 guys that they took because they're we want to have a Spurs-like dynasty that goes 20 years. And Steph is going to be the bridge to the next 2 guys, Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. Haven't played a minute this NBA Finals. So Wiseman not played a minute in the Finals. Kuminga not played a minute in the Finals. Moses Moody not played in a minute in the Finals. Yeah. What I'm saying is that those guys and those picks that became those guys could have been turned into somebody who plays more than 1 minute in the Finals.
No, you're right. But, when you say that, though, it's Kuminga gave you garbage minutes, which is nothing. But I'll take one mistake over fucking 7 years. Would you rather be that or Orlando? It is what it is.
Orlando's never had Steph Curry.
No.
I'm just saying, Wiseman, your agent, you better be sending thank you notes to Andrew Wiggins. Because if he wasn't showing up in a major way, everyone would be talking about how the team is getting nothing from you.
Hey, listen. It's still not over. They can win this or lose this. Wiseman, if he's still garbage, we're still going to talk about him being garbage and how the Warriors fucked up. It doesn't matter what happens in this series at all.
But you know what? A championship makes it all taste a little bit better going down. If in 5 years Wiseman is out of the league, Kuminga isn't that good. He's still a raw dude like Bruno Caboclo, and Moses Moody is an above-average starter. It's that's pretty MVP. Fucking terrible. Yeah, and now Steph Curry's retired, and you guys are the worst team in the league. So much for having a dynasty for 2 generations.
Hasn't it been long enough? Steph's been here for 13 years? It's been a long time. They were in the finals for what?
I asked myself that same question in the mirror every day, and eventually you just got to come to terms with what you got. All right.
Yeah, I guess. Well, what? Steph's got what? 5 finals appearances?
Yeah,
5, right?
5 or 6.
I think this is 6.
6.
Played LeBron.
I think it's 6.
He's played LeBron 3 times. Then they played Toronto. That's 4. Nah, this is 5. So this will be 5, right? If I'm not mistaken. He's 3-2. Hold on. Is he 3-2 or 3-1?
I don't know, man. No, he's 3-2.
3-2. So this is the 6th one. So he's been in 6 finals. I mean, what do you want to do? You want him to be in 9? You want to be in 11? Shit, man. The Warriors have done a great job. I ain't gonna shit on them, but I will. You're right. I'll shit on them. I'm lying.
Yeah. Wiseman is not Tim Duncan to take the torch over from David Robinson. He's not the dude who Steph Curry is going to pass the torch to for the next 10 years. That didn't happen. You guys fucked it up. You could have been up 15 right now, easy in the finals, if you had gotten, I don't know, just Jeremy Grant. But here we are, and it's very exciting, Terry.
It's still early, though. It's still early in Wiseman's career. But, hey, I still got Celtics. I did say in 6, though, but that's not a possibility, so we'll see. Hopefully we get a good game on Thursday, man.
Oh, yeah. Never know what the Celtics got in that bag at home. And Terry, you never know what Charlotte's forward, Montrezl Harrell, has in his bag or his trunk, at that matter. He was arrested last month for – this motherfucker's driving with 3 pounds of weed in his trunk, Terry. I couldn't even do the CNN read of it. I had to keep it real for a second.
Yeah.
Dude was riding around Kentucky with 3 pounds of weed in his trunk. He got in sealed baggies, like ready to distribute them.
Jesus Christ.
He's been formally charged now, Terry, with Class D felony, 1 to 5 years in prison.
Yeah, he's done. He's a dumbass. If he gets out of this, that'd be amazing.
I'm pretty sure he's going to exercise that player option he has this offseason.
Probably he's going to need some expensive-ass lawyers, boy, to get out of this. If he gets probation, he probably spent at least $5 million on lawyers. Because this is a motherfucker, bro. 3 pounds? What was it, Tennessee?
Kentucky.
It was Kentucky. Oof.
Yeah. He said, I thought bluegrass was cool here.
Shit. That shit ain't cool in Kentucky.
Yeah. Not when it's bricked up in your trunk, homie.
3 pounds? What are you doing, bro? So he's the habitual line stepper of the week. What a horrible decision. I don't understand what you're doing. Is he strapped for cash? Like, giving too much money to the family?
He's made $38 million over the course of his career. I'd assume you'd be able to stop selling weed after you make $40 million.
I guess not. I guess he's been buying too much designer shit. Remember him and AD used to go back and forth to like who's got the nicest shit when he was playing with the Lakers? It's just like, sell that stuff. Don't sell weed, you dumbass. Sell the clothes that you bought.
His problem was that he wasn't playing for Portland. If he had done all this in Portland, he would have gotten a medal for giving back to the community. He's I'm helping kids on the streets deal with their everyday trauma and cope.
Should have done it with the Clippers. Should have done it with the fucking Lakers. I mean, why on the East Coast? Look, which East Coast state is like legal weed or even decriminalized? Like maybe Massachusetts. Not even Florida's crazy ass, I don't even think, has the shit decriminalized. Like
they probably need to. That would probably solve a lot of problems down there. Make meth legal, make meth illegal, make weed legal.
Oh my God, dude.
They got it flipped right now. But I tell you what is Montrez's only hope at this point, I think, Terry. Do you remember the Mike Scott incident from 5 years back when Mike Scott was arrested in Georgia? They found 38 grams of weed and 11 grams of Molly in his car.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mike Scott refused to pull over and went on a high-speed chase over 100 miles an hour for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, they dropped the charges, Terry. And I think that's what Montrezl Harrell better hope for. And the reason why they dropped the charges, a Mark Furman type of incident.
Mark Furman?
A racist cop.
Ah.
He was profiled when they pulled him over before he started running from the cops, and there was a bunch of racist shit in the pullover because of all the racism. Mike Scott gets to go scot-free. Now, Terry, I didn't see what Ville he was pulled over in Kentucky. I assume the place ends with Ville, wherever it is in Kentucky. But I wouldn't put it above Kentucky to have racist cops. And if I'm Montrezl Harrell, I'm playing the black card on this one.
Good luck, brother. Good luck. He better be lucky he's not Brittany Griner, or he'd be gone. He'd be gone forever. He would never get his ass back. Shout out to BG. No. Just give him some awareness out there. Just give him some more awareness on that one. But
right, Brittany Griner's out here like I had a fucking cart.
Yeah,
this dude had 3 pounds in his trunk.
Yeah.
What about me?
Realistically, though, we know how the justice system works. Do you think he's even going to go to prison?
He needs to.
I mean, there's a difference between he needs to
listen,
and
man,
he.
I knew he was destined for this when he pronounced his name Montrez, even though there's clearly an L at the end. But you know what, Montrez? You're going to be taking that L with you to prison this summer. So congratulations.
I don't think he's going to do any jail time, bro. I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Too much money, bro. Too much money. I know he's probably selling it to get more money. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Dude's rich. I think he's going to get out of it, bro. But we'll see.
I tell you what, he was looking around that Wizards roster. He was like, oh, this team's going nowhere fast. I got to start having another stream of income. Then he got traded to the Hornets. He was looking around like, Kai Jones? The other Martin twin? I got to double down.
Double up on it. I don't know, man. Huge mistake. I'd say I'd never do it. I don't know, man. Like, all I can say is I don't think he's going to prison. Yep. That's the only thing I can say.
And then those bricks in his trunk that probably cost him $30,000 will end up costing him $30 million, Terry. But probably. Montrezl Harrell isn't the only one who's been paying exorbitant fines and costs this offseason. Real Madrid and Liverpool both dipped into their bank accounts. Yep. Real Madrid spent $90 million on a guy whose last name I can't even pronounce. I think it's Touch the Minor. No, Tchouameni. Tchouameni. He comes from Monaco, Terry. How I would describe his game is a taller Michael Essien. The dude is good. He could play any position in that 4-3-3. At Monaco, he played defensive midfielder in a 4-2-3-1. He's also plays for France as the only defensive midfielder in a 4-5-1. And he could play box-to-box as an 8 and a 4-4-2. He's just super versatile. He's 6'2". He's strong. He's fast. He reads the game well. He's a good long passer. Madrid has struggled for some time now finding the next generation of midfielders to take over from Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and Casemiro. I think this dude is going to be the guy. Along with Camavinga, who the jury's still out on, but is 19 years old. Tchouameni is 22. He's a little farther along in his career than Camavinga. He's a starter for France at this point. Man, it's a good-ass signing by Real Madrid, even though it pains me to say it.
No, that's a good one, man. I don't know, but I like you said, you thought that he was going to replace Casemiro, possibly maybe even Kroos or Modric. But I mean, damn, we just saw them run through the fucking Champions League like it was nothing. I don't know when this guy's going to get playing time. I mean, Camavinga got a lot of playing time, despite like those guys playing really, really well. Like they were like, look, this dude's developing. We got to get him sometime. But when we saw that final, dude got subbed in the 87th minute, 88th minute, and he's been playing well, like very, very well the whole season, top form. I don't see where this kid gets in anytime soon if they continue to play like that. Now, I will say it's a great signing, but it depends on how long he's going to, wait. Can they loan him out?
I'll say his easiest path is the Casemiro spot because he, like Casemiro, he's incredible in the air and he's great at winning the ball back. Unlike Casemiro, he can actually play soccer when the ball's at his feet. So I think that's going to be the easiest place for him to slot in. Camavinga is more of an attacking dude, and he wants to play like Pogba on the left side of that 4-3-3. Tchouameni, like Michael Essien, is just malleable. You can move him at any one of those three spots. You need to rotate Modric, Kroos, or Casemiro. He can play any of those spots. And with him being a little older and more physically developed as well, I think there's just like a path to more early playing time than Camavinga saw this season.
Yeah, I guess. He's 22, right?
Yep, he's 22.
Yeah, hopefully the kid gets some time. I saw a couple highlights, while we were talking and shit. I haven't seen him play a whole lot. Like, I did watch the French game and I noticed him, but I didn't know that was him. But
yeah. This one hurts, Terry. I'm not going to lie. As a Barca fan, this one's tough. I think he's going to be pretty good, man. I think he's going to be pretty damn good.
Well, only time can tell if he gets on that field, man. Only time can tell. So who's the other big name signing that came over to you that you noticed?
Well, Liverpool, they spent $100 million on Darwin Nunez, the forward from Benfica. 105 million, Terry. I wouldn't want to skimp them somebody who's as valuable as Ricardo Pepi in the difference.
Hey.
That isn't that wild that like our number one striker is like the value in difference from like a clerical mistake from how much Liverpool paid for their dude.
I thought Pepi went for 20.
Huh?
I thought Pepi went for 20 mil. It was only like 5 mil.
Did he? Whatever. Maybe Cameron Carter-Vickers. Either way, Darwin Nunez has been tearing through Europe this season, man. As a Barcelona fan, I got to watch it firsthand when he scored 3 goals against us in the Champions League. He doubled scissored Piqué and sat his ass the fuck down. He scored the header to send Benfica through in the Champions League against Ajax in the knockout rounds. And then also in the Champions League, he scored against Barca, Bayern Munich, and Liverpool. He's 6'2". He's fast. He's strong. But you know what's kind of weird about him, Terry?
What?
He's not that good in the air. Like, you look at him and you'll think, target man, center forward, classic.
Yeah.
No, he's not really that good at that stuff. He's not good playing with his back to the goal. Huh. He dribbles a lot, but he's not particularly great at it, taking people on one-on-one. He's really the best, like, linking with other players in midfield and then making those deep runs to get behind the defense. And I think, like, he'll develop his heading and aerial ability, but it'll be as, like, he's running into the box for a cross, not them playing the ball up to him from goal kicks and him holding it down for possession.
Nah, not at all. I think this is
all the scout reports say that he's best playing with a true number 9, which is
really
makes me question why Liverpool spent $100 million since they don't have one.
I think they're going to develop him into that spot because when you think about it, they tried the whole Firmino like thing as like their false 9 or whatever. I mean, it worked. I think for like his first season, maybe season and a half, but so far he's kind of been on and off. Form has been on and off as well. I mean, I don't know. So he didn't really work out for them. They signed more wingers. They didn't really sign any more like center forwards per se. Because what's the dude's name? Diaz? Something Diaz.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he was more of a winger. They signed Jota. He was kind of in that false 9 as well, but he's kind of more of a winger at times. So I think they want the guys that are versatile. But I think by signing this dude, he's a lot bigger than everybody else that's on the team, or at least like the forward guys and the wingers. So I think they're going to try to get him to be that guy at the number 9. You said his number 9 skills aren't great. He's more of like a, behind the striker or on the wing type shit. So
where he likes to be is like that Thierry Henry spot in Arsenal. Okay. In between the fullback and the center back, right in that channel. That's where he likes to be in. Well, and he's a fast dude, too. Like, he has pace to burn. He'll be a good fit physically for the Premier League. But for somebody who cost twice as much as Erling Haaland,
100 mil.
Do Liverpool think that they're going to get twice as amount of that production?
How much does Erling Haaland cost? He costs less than 100 mil?
He cost $50 million. Y'all got him on a cheap.
Damn. We swindled Dortmund. What the hell was that bullshit?
Right.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, Tchouameni and Darwin Nunez going for $200 million combined.
Wow, that's how you stay rich. But anyways, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think they'll develop him to be that. But
last season, Haaland scored 31, Nunez scored 34. And if you had to bet who scores more next season, who would it be?
I think Haaland is he's a better fit. He'll probably score more. He's going to literally just sit right in the spot that City has been missing for, 3 years? So he's more perfect. Liverpool kind of have to mold this kid to be something that they want him to be. So I don't know. I will say, I mean, Klopp is a fantastic coach. Almost every single attacking player does have, moments and when they do really well, even though it may not stay consistent, but they always have guys that are, can come in and do something in different spots. So I don't know. Premier League is a difficult league to come in and kind of just show yourself. It's very physical, real fast-paced. So I don't know. We'll see. I hope if the
I'll tell you what, Terry, if you are going to be a number 9 coming into a new league, I couldn't think of a better country to be from than Uruguay, who had Suarez and Cavani, both dominated that position with those qualities that we were talking about. Yeah. And if it means anything, Luis Suarez gave him a ringing endorsement when Suarez played for Barca, even in urging Barcelona to sign him before he came to Benfica. After they played together on the national team, he's like, this kid is the real deal. He is going to be a superstar. Get on the train early.
All right. We'll see. What kind of expectations you got for the kid? I can't give him too big of expectations. I know the price tag is really expensive, but you put too much pressure on somebody like that. I don't know.
The floor is Jack Grealish.
Hey, look, with that being said, Jack still have moments, though. If he has moments, that's fine. Liverpool ain't asking for this dude to be like the best on the team.
Moments where he scooted down on the bench to let a player who actually played sit down.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. And Terry, speaking of somebody who actually played, a legend is returning to France. It's been reported by ESPN, by Bleacher Report, and by others that Zinedine Zidane has signed a contract with PSG to take over for Mauricio Pochettino to be their next coach in the upcoming season.
Love it. Love it. I think this is the guy they wanted to boot him over the top. This might be it. This is it. Especially with Mbappe being the owner of the team. I mean, this is going to be something. Student Mbappe. I don't even know the amount of years of what his contract was, but he's like half president, half owner, half fucking GM, half
whatever it is. It's illegal. They're paying him in like blood diamonds and virile semen. He's getting cryptocurrency and
just Bitcoin,
fucking ownership stakes and all this other shit. Where does this factor into the financial fair play parameters? Huh?
Nah, it doesn't. We're not worried about that. Sneak it under the rug. But anyways, yeah, this is great. What do you think about the shit? I think Zidane's gonna be great, especially for Mbappe. Like, this is gonna be.
I put him on my Mount Rushmore when we did this 2 weeks ago. I put Zidane on my Mount Rushmore.
Crazy.
Now he's going to the greatest assembly of attacking talent in the world. But what I'm really interested to see, Terry, is how Zidane coaches Messi. They were great rivals when Messi was at Barcelona. Historically, their styles and how they're comfortable playing, Zidane with his teams and Messi, with the slower buildup, are diametrically opposed.
Yeah.
Is shoehorning Messi, or rather optimizing Messi, going to be the biggest challenge of Zidane's coaching career thus far?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be Neymar, to be honest with you. Getting Neymar to play defense and buy into a fucking bullshit Zidane counterattack and suck a dick horrible soccer scheme. I mean, that's going to be real difficult because Neymar is a horrible defender. Messi's a little lazy at times, but I will say this about Zidane. Even though I don't like the style that they play, he lets his players be themselves. Like, I've never seen like the star players that played under him kind of just shrink in moments. He lets them be creative. He lets them do whatever they want. As long as you play defense, he doesn't give a fuck what you do offensively. He really doesn't. So if they just play D in his style, I think they'll be fucking fine because they do have a good defense. They got a good midfield. The goalie's great. They got a good team. He doesn't have to do much. Didn't they win the league and Pochettino missed all the games? Was he even there? I mean, like, come on, stop. They don't need a coach. They're like the Brooklyn Nets. They got this.
Yeah, well, that's how it's been the last couple of years. And you've seen when the margins get finer and finer and finer, coaching matters. And
Champions League, yeah.
Despite having superior talent. So they finally have himself a world-class coach. How he'll manage to fit in all these world-class attackers remains to be seen. But I imagine part of it includes Messi moving full-time to midfield as the cam.
I don't know. I mean, because Zidane is what, 4-3-3, right? He just plays a 4-3-3 straight up. I don't know about all that, Garrett. I'm not sure.
Messi, Messi don't have the pace to do the defensive work out wide on that wing position that Zidane needs. Like if you think Neymar is going to be a struggle getting him to play defense, Messi spends the first 10 minutes of every game walking around. And he's interviewed. He's done interviews on this where he's like, "Yeah, I just walk around and notice patterns and see like where the players move and where the openings are going to be, what their formations are, rotations, and then after that, I feel like I have a better grip on it." But
how is he allowed to just say this and no one says anything?
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
Zidane's gonna be like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna say something. Okay, I got a couple Ballon d'Ors in my locker too. All right, I know what I'm talking about. Can you cut it down to 90 seconds?" Okay, can you not walk around for a ninth of the whole game?
We'll see, man. Do we got any stats on like his miles per game? Like an average player runs at
I bet it's like 4.5.
Yeah, I was like an average dude runs like 5 to 7, and then some dudes, can get up there to like 9, close to 10, but that's a lot. If Messi's around 4. And we got a problem.
I remember when he played for Barca, there was an article that came out that said he walked twice as much as any player in La Liga.
But didn't you also say, not you, but did he lead the league in goals this year? French league?
Yeah. No, he didn't lead in goals. He led in assists.
He led in assists. I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck he's going to do with this kid. Messi, the greatest of all time. In a lot of people's book. I think Cam is perfect for him, bro. Or you might hit me with that false 9. I can fuck with a false 9. I would personally do false 9. But then Neymar's playing wing. He's not super fast. It's a tough combination of players, dude. Honestly, bro. They got a lot of skill, man. But at times they just look like their chemistry going forward when times are getting tough, when the defense is nice and tight. They look like they've never played a game together at all. So I don't know. It's a very unpredictable team, dude.
Hey, Thiago Silva took that organization leadership with him to Chelsea. He was like, "I'll show these guys how to go win the Champions League."
First season, fucking headaches and all. Thiago Silva. I don't know,
buddy. Man. But these are the big decisions you have to make, man. When you have iconic players, sometimes they have to leave the club. They become too expensive. Thiago Silva's like 36 years old, asking for a ton of money. You know what I mean? They're like, we do have an actual, like, there is financial fair play. If we are going to have Neymar and Mbappe and Messi, we can't also pay a defender $300 million. Oh, wait, they went and got Sergio Ramos. But Terry, Barcelona is a team that's facing a similar headache this summer, mired in over $1 billion of debt. They already reached agreements with Kessié and with Andreas Christensen, but can't register either of them until they clear out salary over the course of the summer. Frenkie de Jong, Barcelona's midfield starlet, also played for the Netherlands, is coveted by Manchester United's new manager, Erik ten Hag, who was his coach at Ajax when they went to the Champions League semifinal. And Ten Hag wants to make him his big first signing, you know what I mean, to institute his identity.
Yeah.
Frenkie de Jong is scheduled to make nearly $19 million next season, Terry, which is a ton of money for a soccer player. Barcelona are hurting all over. They have young Pedri, Gavi, and La Masia to depend on for their midfield. Kind of like a boat with holes everywhere. Barcelona are just frantically shoving sponges places, hoping that they can keep this thing on top of the water. And Robert Lewandowski has already given interviews saying that he wants to go to Barca. Barca's his dream club. That's the move he wants to make this summer.
Yeah.
But, Terry, they can't even register their free signings yet in Kessie and Andreas Christensen. So my question to you is this, Terry. Should Barcelona sell Frenkie de Jong in order to buy Lewandowski?
Yes, I think you should. I think you definitely should. Frankie's a beast, and, he's going to be great for more years to come, but you got young guys underneath him that are really fucking good as well. So at the end of the day, you go with what you need, which is a bona fide goal scorer. Like this whole season, it was by committee. It wasn't like one person dominating. When you put this guy in, he's bona fide 30. Easy. Like, you can just fucking write that down. 30 goals for Lewandowski. All competitions, he can get you almost 60. You got to sign somebody like that. I mean, I know you're not going to be in the Champions League next year, or you might be in the Europa. You're in the Europa, right? Okay, just making sure.
First of all, Terry, we're in the Champions League.
How? How did you cheat your way in?
They finished second in La Liga.
Oh, hell no. Boo. No, I'm just playing. I'm fucking with you. But yeah, so you are in the Champions League. My mistake. I forgot you guys snuck your way back up to the top. You cheated. You just cheated. I don't know what to tell you. How the fuck you got Adame? You got fucking Aubameyang just coming out of nowhere. Aubameyang flew a plane out. He was like, yeah, you guys called me, said you were signing me. And they were like, no, we didn't. But okay, whatever. Come on to the team. Fuck it. Anyways, if you get Lewandowski and you add him to those guys, I think you're fine. Frenkie de Jong is good, but he's no Lewandowski. I mean, Lewandowski's a Ballon d'Or type guy. Frenkie de Jong is not that. So that's the easy decision. Even with Lewandowski being older, it doesn't matter. He's someone you need. You got to get him.
Man, it's not as easy for me. It's still tough for me. It's still tough because you see Frenkie de Jong's sterling performances for the Netherlands team.
Yeah.
He's
good.
Barcelona this season without de Jong have been terrible. Almost every game without him, they played awful. They didn't Pedri is a different style player to him. Frenkie likes to be the first person to get the ball from the defense, and they kind of make short passes and dribbles to progress it. And Pedri just kind of wants to play 1 and 2 touch, you know what I mean, the entire way.
I got you.
And combining those triangles. I think Frenkie de Jong should be starting in Busquets' spot, to be honest. And Barcelona need to spend their money on a center back and a right back and a left back would be what I would do.
I mean,
take that money, go get Koulibaly. He's out of a contract. All right.
Yeah.
Take that money, go get a backup for Jordi Alba. He's 37 years old and he can't play defense. Take that money and go sell Serginho Dest and go get a right back because you started 38-year-old Dani Alves over Serginho Dest for the last half of the season. There are just so many holes, bro. And I just yes, Lewandowski is a top 3 player in the world. Yes, he would score a ton of goals. But there's so many holes in this team. I still don't know if adding an elite player up top is going to fix all those holes in Barcelona's boat. And they may be better off trying to plug a couple as opposed to just getting a 1-star.
Lewandowski scored 238 goals for Bayern Munich since 2014. He can fill in your holes. He can fill all your holes in. It's a gangbang.
He could play right back.
Hey, just boot it up. Boot it up. Stop trying to be cute in the back. Get it out of there.
What if we did sign Lewandowski? What would that mean for the development of Ansu Fati, who Barcelona gave the number 10 to after the departure of Messi?
Play wing. He's not a striker. Be a winger. What's the problem? Go under the tutelage of Lewandowski. That's totally fine. Study under one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. What's the problem with that? I always am. Lewandowski scored 34 goals in the fucking Bundesliga last year. There's no problem with bringing him in to, be a tutor to fucking Fati. Fati's great, but he's been hurt recently for a minute.
Yeah.
Study Lewandowski.
Listen, man, if it happens, I'll talk myself into it in a second. I love the idea of Fati learning from, the greatest striker since Ronaldo, El Fenomeno. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's a brilliant idea. He'd obviously be a better finisher than Aubameyang. But they're just you look, bro, look at this Barca squad, dog, and it's this defense is straight up ass.
It's horrible.
PK is 36 years old. All right. He just got broken up with by the love of his life. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's living life without a direction. He's grasping at straws.
We'll hold that for last.
We'll come back to PK and Shakira. But he's slow as fuck. Xavi already told him you're not going to be a starter next year. Alba hasn't been able to play defense for 5 years. And Sergiño Dest, can barely perform against Panama and Trinidad and Tobago. I just don't know if scoring an extra goal a game is going to fix giving up 2 or 3. Because, who is Barca going to sell to get the money to buy these guys?
Lewandowski only costs $49 million. He's 32 years old.
He's not even going to get that much.
Yeah, and I'm saying he's going to a better league, so it's a lot different. I think
so. You think buy Louis this summer? Buy Louis this summer. Worry about the defense next summer. Is that what you're saying? Get the big fish in. Get him under contract. Make sure we have him for the next 4 years. Next summer we can figure out some of these other holes.
See, I don't know if you have enough money to plug all the holes. I wouldn't say I think that's how you kind of ended up with Dest. In the moment, we were like, oh yeah, that's a decent signing because he was really good at Ajax. But there was a guy that was playing not equal minutes with him, but they were playing similar minutes at Ajax as well. So you're thinking all right, Dest, he's a good young player, blah blah blah. In hindsight, probably should have signed someone that was more expensive, but you don't have the money for it. I'm not going to continuously keep buying Sergiño Dests or fucking Semedos. Or, even though Semedo, I feel like got...
Or, I tell you what, you also don't need to always buy young prospects. The Barcelona team is plenty young. You can buy a dude... I remember when we bought Zambrata into Barcelona. He was 29 years old. You know what I mean? That can be just fine. You don't have to be super young in every position. We bought Alba when he was 28.
Yeah. Hey, look, you got to get your scouts on something, bro. You got to deep dive. Do your fucking job and look for these guys, bro. There's a lot of people out there, man. You just got to find somebody. I can't think of a name right now, but I'm not going to sit here and say you should continuously sign someone that's $10 million or $20 million for a right back or a left back. That's not the fucking move. That is not the move. I'm sorry.
Hey, they're good $10 and $20 million right backs that get signed every year. You just got to fucking find them.
That's what I said. They got to do their job.
And that doesn't mean going on SoFIFA.com and sorting it by potential. All right.
Now you got to just get somebody good. Trippier played fine for Atletico for a little bit of the season. There's guys out there. You just got to find the right person for you. And I feel like the right person for them, I would say just get defense first, bro. Fuck it. Get defense first. If dude can't pass, develop the fucking skill. If he plays soccer, he knows how to play soccer. Look, you play at Barcelona. That's a different development system than DeAndre Yedlin playing at fucking Tottenham. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to develop him to be a great soccer player. No, you don't have great soccer players there. You got a couple. Everybody else kind of sucks. So it's different. Spain and England are different. I feel like they
didn't even let Yedlin train with the team. He was running with the Tottenham cross country team during practice.
Yeah. Bro, you don't have the money to get the best dudes in the world are Kyle Walker, Alexander Arnold, but he's a horrible defender. I don't think he'd work for you guys. Also, Trippier is okay. He's not the best. Who, bro? Who's out there? Who's out there? Who do you want?
You got to find kids, you know what I mean, that are less heralded, that are becoming on the ascension, or people who are moved to another league and it didn't suit them well, and they can come back to where it fits their playing style. Yeah. We talked before about how all those outside backs can't fit in England. Well, maybe Christian Zapata or one of those guys will fit better in Spain.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be my guess. But like you said, Terry, it's all about finding the right partnership. And today, just an hour ago, Major League Soccer announced their own partnership with Apple TV Plus. It's a new broadcast agreement that was signed for 10 years, $2.5 billion, Terry. Apple TV Plus will be the home of the MLS for the next decade. What do you think? Is this a good move for American soccer?
Oh, man, I don't know, buddy. I don't know about this exclusive. Is it only Apple TV? No ESPN game?
So they'll certain games, they'll do the dual broadcast shit with ESPN or No, it won't be Paramount Plus anymore. But like probably ESPN, they'll like loan some games out so they're still on regular TV, but they'll also be streaming on the app.
It's an interesting one, bro. I'd have to look into like the stats to see like how many people have Apple TV. I know I don't have Apple TV. Do you?
Yeah, I have it, and I gave my password, Terry. I got you, bro.
I don't have Apple TV. I have seen that great soccer show on there. Fucking, what's the dude's name? Ted Lasso. I've seen that. Like, that's on Apple TV, but like, I'm not clamoring to get Apple TV just because you got the MLS. I will say, I think it is overall like a good partnership for them. As far as like the viewership going up, I don't know, bro. I mean, I think they did what they thought was best for their money, but at the end of the day, I would have thought like you stayed on Paramount Plus or maybe get on Peacock or some shit, man. Stay on something that like it's more soccer driven instead of trying to create your own shit, create your own lane.
Well, the only thing we know for sure, Terry, is that we'll have to have 15 fucking subscriptions just to watch soccer, just to watch one sport. I'll have to have Paramount Plus for the USA national team, Apple TV Plus for the MLS, Peacock for the EPL, ESPN Plus for La Liga. What the fuck do I got to get for Germany, Terry? Fox Soccer Match Pass? It's ridiculous. I think it's on Fox.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dog. So the other thing it signifies to me, too, is it's like an arms race now with the new media versus the old media.
Yeah.
You know, these dinosaur cable TV networks and everything like that are going to be gone by the wayside when they try to compete with billionaires like Jeff Bezos for the same contract. And
Jeff Bezos.
I'm serious, for Amazon Prime and stuff, like they're trying to, they got the rights to, I think, Thursday and Saturday Night Football. Amazon Prime does for the next 10 years. I think
they got a couple games, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is another step in that direction, away from traditional media, onto streaming platforms, onto these independent, streaming services that are owned by billionaires. And if anything, this is just going to be more money for the players, higher salaries, higher transfer fees, and surely more debt for Barcelona.
Nah, that's facts. The one thing I will say is this though. Like Paramount and I think Peacock as well. I can't remember, but can you rewind? Can you rewind shit on fucking Apple TV? Like I can't rewind the game if I'm watching on Paramount Plus. If it's a stream on Paramount Plus, you can't.
I don't know. I've never seen a live event on Apple TV, so I can't answer that. I guess we'll both just have to find out.
One thing I can say about Paramount Plus, I can't rewind the fucking game. So I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, I want to replay some shit I just saw. I can't go back. Nope. YouTube TV, I can do it. I think Peacock, but I really don't. I don't remember. But if I can't rewind my shit on Apple TV, I'm not about to rewind some MLS shit. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'm out.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Well, Terry, you can't go back, but I'm going back right now to that comment I made about Gerard Piqué and Shakira in our Barcelona segment.
PK.
Now, for our fans that don't know, it's been a very sad week in Barcelona. And it wasn't just talking about the salary cap and mismanagement. Shakira and Piqué have officially broken up after a decade plus of being together, Terry. They were never married, but they did have multiple kids together in that goofy European civil union type of shit that they do.
And they share the last name of both of them.
Well, I don't think anymore. Not for much. The kids do. The kids do.
The kids share the last name of both of them. It's like PK or whatever Shakira's last name is.
Yeah. What type of stupid, goofy shit is that?
It's so weird, bro. It's that Hispanic shit. Remember when Mexicans got like 19 names and shit like that?
Yeah, man. Who wants to grow up being named Garrett Charles Langley Henson or another one of these terrible double last names? Terry, just as an aside, PK and Shakira, you guys don't even realize how much harder you just made your kid's life. I can't even go into like my local food stamp authority. Okay, like I have to now because my SNAP application doesn't work because I have 17 names, Terry. And they can't figure out, am I Charles Langley Henson? Am I Garrett Charles Henson? Am I Garrett Langley Henson? Am I Garrett Langley Charles? Am I Charles Henson Langley? Who the fuck knows? The only people who know are the people at the DMV, and you always have to wait in line. So, Shakira, PK, congratulations on making your kids unnecessarily wait in line and over-explain themselves for the rest of their goddamn life.
Yeah, no, I got.
And there's a price to be paid for that, Terry, and the price is their marriage.
Yeah, I got the same fight. I got the same fight because I'm a deuce. I'm a second. Same shit applies almost. Got those fucking problems. But anyways,
you seem pretty heartbroken over this, Terry. You texted me a couple times. I gotta say, it seemed like you were taking this breakup especially rough.
I got two things to say about this. One is Xavi saying that PK is no longer welcome at Barcelona for cheating on a partner or a spouse. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not the military. I don't even bro, listen to me. 50% of marriages end in divorce. Your second marriage is 68% into divorce. It's not that big a deal. Just make it. It's a way of life. Shit happens. You don't need to the dude's getting paid to play soccer. He's not getting paid to be an ambassador for Spain. Stop it with this shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's one. That's just the one for me. Xavi's out here just being a little ridiculous for you cheating last year, signing all these fucking blacks that saved your team's history legacy for this year, coming in second place. Good shit on that. Second, this boy PK is a dumbass. And I know me and you went back and forth on this one, but Shakira's the one, bro. She's a piece. She's the one. Everybody's looking for Shakira. Nobody's looking for PK. Maybe in Spain. Maybe even just in Barcelona. I can minimize it as low as I want. Shakira's out there
right, Terry.
Shakira's about to get somebody fine.
Nobody's looking for 35-year-old professional athletes / models.
Nope.
They're looking for 45-year-old washed-up Colombians.
What's PK's hips don't lie?
That's what we're looking for?
What's PK's hips don't lie? Huh? What's PK's hips don't lie?
He never got finger fucked by Lil Wayne in the butt.
Get out of here, yo. PK is not an international superstar, bro.
First of all, let me address your point about Xavi, okay?
Captain America.
One, I don't even believe this shit. He told PK that I'm selling you because you cheated on your wife. Two, Shakira's not even his wife, so they weren't even cheating. There ain't no paperwork. Yeah, well, what did I cheat on? Let me see the paperwork. Where did I break the agreement? All right, we had a handshake deal, and shit didn't work out. I'm sorry, Isaiah Thomas. You're getting traded. My second point is this, Terry, on Shakira's peaceness compared to PK. Yeah. Pussy gets old like bread, not like wine, said the immortal Patrice O'Neal. Shakira's 10 years older than PK. She hasn't put out a hit song since it was the 2002 or 2012 World Cup.
Waka Waka.
PK was too young to make the squad for Spain. That was the last time she had a hit.
A while ago. Might have been a minute ago.
I don't know what she's going to move on to. I feel like it needs to be Aquaman. I feel like that's the only way to go to up. Like Idris Elba or Aquaman. But for Gerard Piqué, there lies a world of opportunity out there to you, my friend.
You're
world
crazy.
Of opportunity.
You think PK has more options than Shakira?
No, Shakira's a woman, obviously.
Oh, I was about to say, you're out here wilding the hell out.
First of all, PK doesn't have more options than the local bitch at Bob's. Okay? Being a hot girl in a bar is like being Gerard Piqué. All right? You don't even have to be a celebrity to be a celebrity.
Gotcha.
She already has a vagina and celebrity. So she already is one step ahead of him. But in terms of like their own happiness going forward, you think Shakira's gonna find herself another Gerard Piqué?
Bro, it's not even close. Like, you're being so dumb right now. This is absolutely
She's 45 years old, dude.
Doesn't matter, bro.
What's her window? What's the window that she's got to? What's her window to snag a prime piece, Terry? How long does she have where she can still get the blue chippers?
Have you seen J-Lo recently?
Yeah, she's out of that category now. J-Lo, she not. Yeah, J-Lo, she not pulling the cream of the crop no more, buddy. She getting
wow.
Yeah,
this guy lost it.
She's getting all the guys that used to be hot 10 years ago. All right,
this guy's lost it. Bro, hold on. Let me just throw some numbers out there for you. It doesn't matter how old she is. Waka Waka has 3.1 billion views on YouTube. One song she made a month ago has 150 million views.
It's all
on
bots.
YouTube.
I want to see verified numbers, Terry. We already saw in the Twitter takeover that 22% of all Twitter profiles are fake. I want to know how many of those Waka Waka views are fake.
Look, I'm gonna put up a poll. I'm gonna put a poll up, and it's gonna be a landslide. It'll be a landslide. Who is gonna have the hottest joint after this breakup? It's definitely gonna be Shakira. If Shakira gets Captain America, that's it. It's done. She can get Will Smith.
If Shakira goes Captain America, then if I'm PK, I'm going trans. I'm kicking the door all the way down. I'm going best of both worlds, Terry. All right? I'm exploring a whole new sandbox, and I'm going to become a worldwide hero for my insight and for my tolerance.
I mean, you're basically saying he can't compete. He can't compete with that, bro. Come on. Like some famous, like Aquaman, bro? Stop. You know people want that crazy.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What if he shows up with Ariana Grande? A little younger Shakira. Oh, no. What if he runs it back? I heard she's available, Terry.
If he gets that, that's okay. But she's no Shakira. But I will say he's got to go higher. He's got to go up.
Did you say Ariana Grande is no Shakira?
No. Are you kidding me? She's flat.
Ariana Grande's got like way more hits than Shakira. Her career is way better than Shakira's ever was.
Oh,
way better.
My
Bro, look
God.
up Ariana Grande right now. What's her top song?
I'm not talking about careers, but I will look her up.
No bots.
I'm not talking about
bots.
Careers.
All her views are straight folks, not bots. Motherfuckers typing shit.
You're just making shit up. Her top joint has 1.1, but it was only 3 years ago, so she's got her beat by like 8 years, and she's only 200 million views behind. But look.
She's got to beat by 8 years in the music industry, about 20 years on planet Earth. And
I'm talking popularity, bro. Like the guy that Shakira can get is gonna be way more popular, way more famous. Like it's not even close. Like almost every famous person still wants Shakira. All I'm saying is, in order for PK to compete, he's got to either get with like the shorty off Euphoria. Like who's the most popular girl?
See Terry, you just proved my point, buddy.
That everyone.
I'm so happy you said that.
Because
Shakira is going to have to get a man who's already established. He's already a star. He's already built his own brand for them to be respected.
She doesn't have to.
Dude, you think if Shakira goes and dates some dude off the street, we'll find out who he is and give a fuck about him? No.
We'll just know.
Absolutely not.
He'll just
be the guy who's fucking Shakira.
We'll know what he's packing.
PK, whoever he's with, whatever girl ends up fucking PK, is going to become a star herself. Regardless if she was one before. She'll be in all the tabloids. She'll have paparazzi following her all over Spain. She'll live a completely new life than the one she lived before. Why? Because of that Basque Catalan dick. That's why.
What if Shakira, dates Meg the Stallion? Then what are we talking about? What if we totally switch it up on him? Huh?
So now you're coming down. Now you're walking down my hallway. Right? That's the ultimate power move. That is the ultimate power move.
PK, but you didn't have it.
PK, I tell you what, you have still one trump card remaining, and I think it's attainable. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Jada Pinkett.
Oh, I said Will Smith for Shakira. That'd be crazy, but if going for the sorcerer's witch herself,
if he could,
that'd be insane. That'd be insane. That'd be a horrible career move, but if we're talking just straight clout, If he does it for 1 month, I got to put the respect on him. Because how good is his English? It's decent,
it's
right?
Good. Oh, yeah.
It's decent, right? Yeah.
Hey, but not decent enough that he lost his accent. Still got that sexy Catalan accent.
I don't know, man. I think we're agreeing and disagreeing at the same time. You know, we're just gonna have to sit here and say, I got Shakira, you got Jared Piqué. It is what it is.
But Shakira has pressure now to go find. Like, we're talking about her finding a better mate, a famous person.
There's no pressure.
If Shakira ends up with Billy D to Domino's delivery driver, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" If Piqué ends up fucking Susie Q, the Domino's delivery driver, we're gonna be like, "Yeah, she had nice tits."
No, there's no pressure. Come on,
Terry. There's tons of precedent. You can fuck Tiger Woods if you're just a hostess at Chili's. That's all you have to be. You don't have to be Michelle Obama or have 1 billion views on YouTube. All right?
What's the point?
You just have to be around and have nipples.
What's the point? What are you talking about? What's your point? What are you getting at?
My point is PK has no pressure to deliver, man. He can do whatever he wants in his gravy.
Bro, do you remember when J-Lo broke up with Mark Anthony or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Remember who she got with? Background dancer.
A-Rod.
No, she got with a background dancer before that.
See, exactly. We don't even know about it. All we do, we go straight to bed to A-Rod.
You're the only one that doesn't know. Everybody knows.
No, the only reason you know about it is because you got a wife. Okay?
No.
If you were still out here in these streets, nobody knows about the horse jockey that she dated after whatever is fucking Mark Anthony.
Bro. This was like 7 years ago, bro. You tripping. Everybody knew about it. You know why? Because bro was a 22-year-old piece. And everybody knew what the hell was going on, bro. She had kids with this other guy. And she was like, nah, I'm done with that kid shit. I'm moving on to a stud.
But then what'd she do? She had her 18 months of fun, and then she threw him back into the ocean. And she was like, I need me a real man who I can look up to, not some fucking Instagram model that I boss around the house the whole time.
Yo, you're wild, yo. Your standards are crazy. I get what you're doing here. But it's all downhill.
Help my boy PK out. And further all, like, I don't appreciate how you characterize Xavi. Like, Xavi wasn't knee deep in some puss when he was playing for Barca too. like Xavi is Xavi is the Mr. Golden moral compass. The motherfucker has motor oil in his hair. He was probably finger fucking bitches with the Toblerone and leaving black tears on the outside of the pussy.
You're very aggressive, but I love it. All I'm saying is this is what Xavi said. Xavi said it, and I just disagree. It's ridiculous. There's way worse things you can do. I'm not going to name it, and you named one of them, but there's way worse things you can do. There's way worse things you can do. Xavi, chill out, bro. Like, come on, stop it. America be doing the same shit too, bro. I'm sick of this shit. Come on, stop. Everyone does it.
I'll tell you what you do. Listen up. All right, Jared PK. Step 1, go get Jada Pinkett. Step 2, you ready for this, Terry? You ready for this? Step 2, go get Candace Parker. Step 3, send the video to Sheldon Williams.
Hey, look, step 1, get Brittany Griner out of jail. That'd be tough. Him and BG?
Listen, man, I don't give a fuck about that. Step 1, like this video. Step 2, subscribe to our podcast. Step 3, check out www.thehlspod.com for my article on the Hawks. And step 4, make sure you drop a comment on next week's video. Our shirts are coming in on Wednesday. And by liking and commenting, you too can be a habitual line stepper walking around with the freshest gear this side of the internet.
Yep. Get you some merch, man. We out here in these streets. Thank you for listening, man. Another week gone by. Boston in 7. That's all I got to say. Captain America.
Keep dreaming, bud.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.